a much narrower tip. And so that wraparound, that tooth is not as exposed on that smaller tip. So that's good. But I'm still gonna run 2 hands on a saw because that's where my unconscious competence is. If I think, oh, I watched this guy on YouTube and I'm gonna do it like him. But for 25 years, I've developed unconscious competence with my 2 hands on a saw, and now I consciously try to run 1 hand on a saw. Do you know how dangerous that's gonna be for me?
Well, hello friends, family, and fans. Just got back from North Dakota. Out there visiting family, giving honor to my Uncle Kent. Growing up as a young man, Clark was his nickname, Superman, Clark Kent. And just a cool dude, had a chopped out bike and a pretty wife that was my Aunt Randy. And it was just a lot of neat influence on a young boy like me. That strong handshake he always had. And so it was just great reminiscing with family out there. And while I was gone, Justin, our social media guru, was back here editing a video, and as he often does. And so I had to get back late and give a little intro to it. So this is a job that was out on a country estate down in Dane County, and there's several large basswood trees, second growth, third growth probably, basswood trees, multi-stem. You know, the stump was cut in logging probably, many years ago, and then multi-stems grow from it. And so they're all around the house, and they're just problems kind of waiting to happen. And so they're getting out, and we probably have 2 or 3 videos in this footage. So this is just a single GoPro take that I did, kind of extended from the lift, that Justin just edited up. So it kind of ends maybe abruptly, but there's more footage to come, and it's just some practical stuff, kind of me talking about why I do things that I do, and some safety things, 72 ways to die, removing a tree, some fun things that we talk about. So hopefully you find some value in this, and take care, and like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy it.
We got a pipe on the ground over there. See right off the end of the lift. We're gonna put a cone on that. And some guy's gonna be looking up rig and get toasted on that bad boy. And we're gonna make some drop cuts on the way up. Yeah, we're in Mount Horeb, Wisconsin area. And it's kind of the driftless area of Wisconsin. All right, I really wish I had my battery saw. I got a Panther bar for the battery saw, and it's stuck at the shop getting apart. All right, gentlemen, drop cut, stand clear. Drop cut, it tagged that branch there. It came off, and then the butt hit straight. So I didn't look over there. I thought it was going to land flat. It was going flat, but then it got tagged on that branch, and the butt flipped. See how it dug in, but it's right in the dirt. All's good, but you gotta pay attention to what's going on, or that could catch you by surprise if that tags a limb like that. So I could have, okay, it's clear. I could have guided it that way and missed that branch and landed it flat over here. So yeah, it's important to have a head on a swivel sometimes, and really. So my battery saw, I wouldn't have to have run like this. I hate starting the saws, so I just let this bad boy idle. Okay, drop cut. So that landed flat. So you'll notice I always run 2 hands on a saw. My heritage for master training, and they were strict 2 hands on the saw. The ANSI standards are 2 hands on the saw. We're an accredited company through Tooth Care Industry Association, and so we have to follow the ANSI. I mean, it's just a choice we made, and you know it's good because it's we got employees. So I run 2 hands on the saw. Oh, got a little. All right, so with the 2 hands on the saw, you know, a lot of guys. I mean, you're an owner operator, or you know, an independent climber. I mean, you can do anything you want. We can do dangerous stuff all the time. You know, so if this kicks back, you know, hits my face or my neck, and I mean, I'm 220 pounds. I'm strong. I can't stop a kickback on this saw with 1 hand. I can't. Impossible. If it really gets a bite on it. Now the Panther bar has a very narrow tip, so this kickback corner right here, if this hits like here, that tooth, as that tooth's going around the corner, it becomes more exposed. The raker goes around the corner, and the tooth takes a full bite. You see that? It digs in, takes a full bite. That's where the kickback happens, right there. Boom. And if I'm cutting like this, I often cut at shoulder height. So if I catch a kickback and I'm on 1 hand, it can come right back to my neck. 2 guys died in 2019 and 2020 with that exact scenario. Yes, guys. Okay, clear under. I'm just talking. And so you know, I'm gonna get Panther bars just so we have less kickback potential, but we'll still use 2 hands on the saw. Just, I mean, it's the way I did it. And you know, efficiency, production, you know, the argument, you'll hear guys say, oh, it's so much more efficient to cut with 1 hand. Is it? Really? What's your decision-making process? What's the process you trained yourself to do automatically? You know, you've got conscious, you've got incompetence, and then you've got competence, and then you've got conscious competence, and then you have unconscious competence. Unconscious competence is what you want to arrive at. That's when I'm doing something unconsciously in my mind and making it happen. And when you have unconscious competence, you're completely fluid. You're totally efficient because you have unconscious competence. Your decisions are just made fluidly. And so I have run 2 hands on the saw so long that I'm as efficient as anybody else, except when I'm talking like this in between cuts. And so it's what I go to. And so even when I get a more kickback resistant bar, because the Panther bar has a much narrower tip. And so that wraparound, that tooth is not as exposed on that smaller tip. So that's good. But I'm still gonna run 2 hands on a saw because that's where my unconscious competence is. If I think, oh, I watched this guy on YouTube, I'm gonna do it like him. But for 25 years, I've developed unconscious competence with my 2 hands on a saw, and now I consciously try to run 1 hand on a saw. Do you know how dangerous that's gonna be for me? Because my unconscious competence is 2 hands on the saw. I'm going to be exponentially more dangerous with 1 hand on a saw than a guy that cut 1 hand on a saw his whole life. Do you get that? It's very, very important. So anyways, that's my stump speech. I'm not telling you how to do something, you know, or whatever. But on our crew, you know, I tell them how to do it. Right, Mark? Mark came from a different culture, you know, and, you know, whatever. everybody does things differently. And you know, it's possible for a guy to have unconscious competence with one hand on a saw, but you know, they don't account for that in the ANSI standard or in the accreditation program for TCIA. So in my world, we run 2 hands on a saw, because most people, the highest propensity of injury with a chainsaw is a left hand cut. Do you see that? A left hand cut. Why? Because most people are right-handed cutting their saw, and then they're holding, well, this is backwards, but let's say it's over here. They're holding the branch. Get this on here. They're holding the branch and then they cut. But what if it shatters down the branch and they cut their left hand? That's the most popular chainsaw injury. The next most popular is on the leg. And I've got chainsaw pants on here. So, all right, we're doing a lot of talking. Making a drop cut, guys. Oh, didn't have the chain brake on. Look at that. All that talk on safety. I took the chain brake off to demonstrate the kickback, and I didn't put it back on before I started. But I had 2 hands on the saw, so, you know, it was pretty safe, even though it was wrong. Okay, stand clear. Brake on. Brake on. Little one right in between the trees. Gonna wrap it around. So you see, it was gonna fall in between the trees, but I got it to fall out there by slowly cutting through. Do a lift. So we're gonna set this up for lift. Now I could piece this down and throw it, but I got guys walking all through. They're dragging this brush over here. What am I gonna do? Say stand clear every 2 minutes while I piece this down? No, I'm gonna set this up and I'm gonna go down. Got a nice high tying point there, and we got the GRCS down below, and we're gonna lift this bad boy. We're gonna lift a 15-foot trunk. This is Basswood. This is Basswood. Are we ready? Pull out the 550. Where I got a lift. Back on the left. Now back up. Don't stand. Don't stand under there. Okay, can someone go help this guy on this? That's too many. That's too many. Take it off. Hey, take it off. You got too many. Down to 2. If you have too many wraps on there, that rope will cross. It'll cross it and it'll tie it in the knot. Good rig. Now Preston, I wasn't yelling at you. You're just remember, just we all see different things, and you never know. I saw a guy with about your amount of experience, and I'm not saying you do this, Preston, but he was doing a lift like that, and he unwrapped the wraps and he went in the pigtail and he let go. He stinking let go after going in the pigtail, and the whole piece starts falling. And I've got like a Jedi ground guy right next to him who scoops up the rope and stops the log before it hits the ground. And it was phenomenal. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. So I have that memory in my memory bank. And by the way, that log, I was on the tree. That log was flying by my face. We had lifted it above me and he let go and it was flying by my face. It's crazy. Oh, this chair gets so stiff. I mean, the bark is like, you know, sandpaper. Oh, this rope is so long. This is one of our crane slings. We just happen to have it along as a block. Well, for every infallible human being you have on the work site, your risk factor increases because we all have the potential to make mistakes. So if we have two guys working together, it's 2 times 1. It's 2. It's R times R minus 1. So 2 times 2 minus 1. Oh, that was almost bad. Put the branch. Drop nut. So if we've got 3 guys, it's 3 times 2. Now we have 6 ways to hurt each other. If we have 4 guys, that's 4 times 3. Now we're at 12. We have 5 guys. Now we got 20. Now let's count how many guys we got on site, guys. We have 9. So 9 times 8. We have 72 ways to hurt each other. Do you hear me? 72 ways to hurt each other today. All right, thanks. So important to have our heads on a swivel today because we're going. Now, if I'm gonna cut with one hand, I'm gonna use this. And we got Basswood here today. Tilia Americana. Watch this, watch this, watch this. What? Look at that. It's just like butter. I love this. Watch this. Watch this. 3-inch branch. Oh, the crew's just laughing at me. I'm wired today. I've been ill, and I had no sleep for 45 hours. I had no sleep for 45 hours. 45 hours, people. It's crazy. All right. I'm at the end of my rope here. I could tie in and run out here. I think I'm gonna. Well, we're gonna go get set up because it's gonna be much faster to climb. Okay, now on this lift, the slowest function is the telescope. So I'm gonna go down with the lower boom. I'm gonna leave my telescope all the way out. Yeah, you're under, you're clear, set. We're doing voice command response here. Because we have so many people on site, we have to be sure, you know, that the saying is, this is humbling, groundies beware, Kevin's in the air. And I just, Brandon is claiming copyright for that term. I better get these spikes in here. Yeah, he's working. Brandon's working on his federal trademark, registered trademark for Kevin's in the air, brownies beware. All right, stand clear. I'm so linearly focused, people, that I can do stupid stuff. And so, as safety conscious as I am, I can do stupid stuff. So I'm going down with the jib now, because the jib is the fastest operation on this tool, and the lower boom is the next fastest. That's not scientifically proven. Stand clear, one in my hand. Watch this. Oh yeah, our strobes are running on the big Godzilla over there. We're leaving the chips on site today. We don't even have to use Godzilla. It was certainly, yeah, until they say, oh, that's a big enough pile. We didn't realize there were gonna be that many. What's really fun is when you dump them out of Godzilla and they say, oh wow, I didn't know it was gonna be that big. Well, they're on the ground now, folks. All right, so my handsaw is not even that sharp. Look at that. Tilia Americana. All right, folks. We are gonna go up. Oh, Terry's on site. Now we have 9. Now we have 9. Or do we have 10? No, we have 9, right? Eli's not here. Eli, we could joke and say Eli's not working today, but he's actually. Stand clear. Hey Preston, if you want to, you can put my other GoPro on and get a little ground activity going. You know, remember we got grandkids on this channel. That's just a little culture check, you know, we're tree guys. So we'll get some ground activity going on this. It's in the big ship truck in the bigger GoPro bag. Okay. All right. Stand clear. Oh, we got 2 guys that were gone on hunting season for a week. And Thanksgiving week in Wisconsin, folks. It's like the best week of the year, Terry just said. The best week of the year. Mike just said it should be a national holiday. The Thursday actually is, right? The whole week in Wisconsin is like a state holiday. Yeah, North Dakota is 2 weeks before us. Minnesota is a week before us, and then it's us. Except North Dakota's is longer. Ugh. Stand clear. Oh, I'm glad that door was on. So as you move from west to east, the hunting seasons, well, North Dakota is north, so their rut is earlier. Everything's earlier. All right, clear. I'm making hand cuts. All right, so this is 4 foot. You know, if I was running my chainsaw, I'd have to worry about cutting my lift there. Now I can set it on the lift. Now, trust me, oak would not cut like this. Basswood, I mean, maybe out west, we got an eagle? Where is he? Oh, there we go. Bald eagle. Adult bald eagle. Did we get him? See him up there? Beautiful. Beautiful. I love bald eagles. I'm trying to get a camera in a bald eagle nest. I have permission from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. I gotta do it in January when they aren't. They circle when you're in the tree. They think, what's that human doing up in that tree? We're within flying distance of the Wisconsin River, which in Sauk City stays open. All right, clear, I'm moving. I'm gonna get a block in this tree here. Hey, I need a bunch of slings. Oh, I do, but I don't think I got enough. I got one, one double. I got 2 carabiners. I'll watch for it. I'll look for it. Somebody says we might have a nicked sling in the lift. Oh, I can probably make 3. I've got an extra carabiner on my saddle. I think I have a Big Dan in my okay, what do we got here? Okay, doing this. All right. Oh, you found the helmet mount? Okay.
Playing the game of trees.